What up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to the pregame Patreon group therapy session. Thank you guys for joining me and Gio here today. We got Gio, we got Andon, we got Rock Nation Hustling, and we got Ponji. What's up, man? Ponji,
How's it going,
Omar.
guy?
We're calling
Yeah,
you Omar. Omar's your name. I
sure,
know it says
Omar, but
Ponji.
it's just a nickname I picked up in Italy, and ever since then, it's just kept it,
All
So
right, I love it. I love it. All right, guys, let's go around the board. We haven't got the official lineup just yet. It's going to be coming out. There's a rumored one, which is seeing us with a whole new attack in front. Of course, I don't know if you guys heard, our best player of the whole season is supposedly going to be in the starting lineup, so it's going to be dope. Gio, what do you think? What's your expectations? How you feeling to this game?
Let Andon go first because he was here before me, Fabio.
Oh, Lord have mercy. You're at work, bro. All right, Andon, how you feeling about this game?
Yeah, again, it's great we won last game against Napoli, but still, the way we played this season, I'm not 100% sure that we can replicate that. So I'm going to be a little bit more cautious about this game, especially after Inter slipped up. So maybe they will get a little bit too comfortable. And especially with that many changes in attack, that's not always good to change the full attack. So it's going to be a difficult game. I'm not too confident that it's going to be an easy win.
Oh, man, this is a lot of negativity right now. I don't know if you guys can hear. The goddamn Mr. Softy truck is causing ruckus outside over here. But listen, have some confidence, man. If our team was able to beat Napoli, I think we can pull it together. But you're not too confident. Now, I don't know if this is a good idea to go to this next guy, because usually negativity is just like his aura. But Rock Nation, how do you feel with this game, man? Are you confident that we can take down Empoli?
Oh, definitely not confident. I'm just waiting.
Oh, my Lord.
Amazing tactics. I don't know what he's been telling the players or been telling those players how to train this past few days since that game. But, I mean, just to point it out there, this is not the team that beat Napoli, by the way, especially the attack.
Yeah, so, you're right about that one.
You got to be mindful about what those guys have been doing, riding the bench and what they picked up, just watching other players who know how to play and listening to Pioli's amazing instructions. So, yeah, I'm looking at it from both sides. Of course, I want us to win, but, we've been in this situation before.
We have. And you know what? Again, I just want to reiterate, if you're going to go far in most tournaments, it's because you have depth. And this is what we expect from depth. Now you're not going to get your 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the end of the game. Let's see what these guys can do. There's a lot of players that you got to believe they're playing for their pride. They're playing for their future, whether it's already been 100% proven that they're going to be sent out. Rebic, Origi. There's a lot of talks. Origi is gone this year. And if I could, I'd package luggage and drive him to the airport. But we'll see. We'll see. Omar, how do you feel? Are you confident? Do you have negativity? What is your aura right now?
I have mixed feelings right now because, to be honest, I still believe, it's like Zlatan says, it's a young team, and young teams sometimes have a hard time getting motivation. When you're playing big games, you get that adrenaline pumping, and that motivation is like super high up. Your level of performance goes up as well. And so when we go and play these, call them less of a teams, but they're still very organized. The bottom 10 teams, for them, this is their Champions League game. So this is for them, this is the game that they're going to really be playing as if you're playing against the champions of Italy. So this is their Champions League game. So from a motivational standpoint, it's always very delicate. But if we can bring, even if we have all these bench players, so-called bench players, that in theory, if they go play for Empoli, they would be starting for Empoli,
Yeah.
So theoretically, on paper, if we bring the right motivation, the right aggressiveness, I think we can win the game. It shouldn't be a problem. We're playing at home. But this is football, so the ball is round. You never know.
The ball is round. Anything, and usually this is where Milan has our struggle. They're not a bottom 5 team. For some reason, we really give a bottom 5 team a lot of credit. They always have a hard time, but they're sitting in 14th. So let's not sleep on them. Let's take care of our business. Again, relying on lower.
We have to play with anger and aggressiveness. We have to want the win. So I absolutely think that it's doable, but we got to bring the right motivation and the
I
right.
like I like this one. Obliterate Empoli. Exactly. Obliterate them. That's what I want. My boy Vince Mancini here, live from Winnipeg, baby. How are you feeling with this game, man?
I've been saying it all week. Do your job. I just want them to go out, and sorry for my voice here. Do your job.
That's
you're
like
not
Bill
playing-
Belichick right there. Do your fucking job, baby.
That's it. We don't have to say a lot of shit right now. Is you're not playing a Serie B. You are the Rossoneri. I don't care if you're on the bench. If you're starting in one game every 4 weeks, 5 weeks, go out and do your job. You're playing on this team for a reason. So it's not like you're being sold out right away. It's not like you're having high expectations. You're giving our starting players a rest, and you're going out there to do your job for the Rossoneri and for the Corvo Sud and for all the players that love you. So that's all I got to say. I feel pretty confident about this game. The reason why is these bench players coming in just saw what we did to Napoli. Everybody's talking about the Rossoneri right now. Everybody's got AC Milan on their mind. So I hope that these bench players ride this momentum and say, hey, we got to do exactly what our core players just did. We don't want to be talked about for the next 3 weeks. And then again, like you said, a lot of these players are playing for a contract. So
yeah, they are. They really are. A lot of them are going to have their bags packed for them. Roberto from Delray Beach. That's my pop. Thanks for watching, Pop. All right, Gio. You got your new jersey on. All right. You're basically projecting yourself there at the stands. All right. What is your opinion of what we're going to see today, man?
I mean, today, if we come out to play, Fabio, I think we could get the win. Never easy, when you're dealing with Milan. But, Empoli likes to come out and play, so we have to move the ball a little bit faster, make sure that, we're able to, basically dismantle their defense quick. If we're going to be doing sideways passes and then back to Tomori, back to Kyer, back to Magic, then we're not going to do anything today. But I feel that today is when we put more pressure on Inter.
Hey, listen, every game is a final here on out, guys. Every game is a final. This is match day 29. We only have 9 more games after this. And, of course, we at least have 2 Champions League games. So 11 finals as far as I'm concerned. So we cannot come out flat. We can't come out and rely on second-half subs to change the game. I want to see this game under control. I want to see a team obliterating the other team. Give me reasons to be comfortable in the second half, all right? Gio's putting his mask on because Empoli's got COVID, and he doesn't want to catch nothing, all right?
Nah, somebody knocked on the door, that's why.
All right, and done.
Quick thing. That's
yes.
If these bench players are coming in and they're rested, I want to see them pressed like we pressed versus Napoli. Because that was the core of our team last year that brought us the Scudetto, was this beautiful press. So if these players that haven't played and have these legs that are ready to go don't press the shit out of Empoli, I'm going to be pissed off in the first 15 minutes.
I agree. But you know what? Don't get your hopes too high. Origi is
it's about hunger. They got to be hungry.
Listen, give these guys some Snickers bars, all right? Why wait? Get some goals and let's start up early, baby.
Keep them. These guys should be fasting, so when they get to the game, they're hungry.
Listen, these guys, they just got to bring the fire. They got to bring the fire. They cannot come with some bullshit and play bad. We can't. Honestly, every week, guys, it's the same thing. I also have to mention, Gio, how depressed were you when you heard that Bakayoko possibly wasn't starting this game? Were you able to sleep or?
I don't know, but I don't even like Bakayoko like that.
God, stop it. You know you were going to get him on your last jersey. Come on. All right, well, over under 15 minutes, Bakayoko. What do you think?
Yeah, he's going to get more minutes than Ranks, Adley, and some of these players combined. I don't know why. That's why Pioli lost me. It's still Pioli out because he's an idiot, to be honest with you.
My God. All right, Andon, let's start. Who do we think is the goal scorer, dark horse? What say you about the players? I mean, we don't have a 100%, but again, this can be a little skewed. Anton, I don't know if you're there or if you're frozen.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm feeling here. Okay.
All right.
As Ponji said, the biggest problem we have this season is the motivation. We have the quality to win, but motivation is the problem we had all season. When that's why we overperform or we perform greatly in the Champions League
Mhm.
because they are hungry for that trophy. But in the Serie A, I don't know, they seem satisfied by winning one trophy, and that's a motivational problem that we have
Yeah.
for these games. Probably this is the last games that the bench players, especially those who are rumored that will be sold, to show something, to show why they should stay next season or they need to be sold. So this is a game, for example, a perfect game for Rabbit, for Rigi to show why they should stay.
I don't know why
And
your picture's like frozen, Anton. It makes you look like you're asleep.
ah, I'm tired. That's why. Yeah.
Oh man.
And also
Fabio,
what's very
Fabio.
important.
Sorry, Anna. So the official lineup is Origi,
Oh.
Rebic on the left, Pobega as the cam, Salad Tosser, the guy on one on the team because he can't take off his pants quick, Tonali, the Pitbull Benacer, Dale, Tamori, Chow, Vibranium, Calabria, and Magic Mike.
All right. So now that we know, Anton, that's the full lineup. Who's your dark horse? Who do you want to see have a great game that maybe people are not expecting? Who do you think is going to be the best player? And give us a projection of score that you're hoping for.
After last game, there's only one answer: Salamakers. Man, the way he played, he was like prime Ronaldinho last game. Let's see if he can replicate that. Because I think this season he improved vastly offensively. He's much better than last season. So let's hope he can continue on that and build on that. For the score, I'm gonna say like a 1-0 victory probably.
Wow, we're gonna be sweating today.
Yeah, probably Rebic scoring something like that.
Okay, all right. And 1-0 is the score. Okay, Husney, get into your bag. Project. Who is the dark horse for you, Husney? Who's it gonna be?
Well, it's gonna be difficult to say, but I just want to point out something, and I know you guys talk about hunger and all that, but let's total up the minutes of these bench players and how many minutes they've played the entire season. I think you'd be surprised that it's less than some of our starters, by the way. So, and this is several players. So, if there's any shortcoming today, and I'm saying it up front, it's on Pioli because he's not giving them enough minutes, and they might as well have joined the team yesterday. I have a bad feeling, but okay, I want us to win. So yeah, I'm gonna go with what Andon said. I think Sam Makers will be a goal scorer, but I'm also putting it on the same level with Tonali. Tonali had a great game last season, and that is the Tonali that I remember. Sorry, a great game last time, and it's this Tonali from last season. So it's neck and neck between Salad and Tonali, who's going to score and really turn the game around.
All right, Omar, what's your opinion? Who do you think is going to be the dark horse? What's the final score? What are we getting?
I'm hoping. Well, I put Rebic in my Fanta Calcio this week, so I'm hoping Rebic scores. But I didn't have much options up front. They're all injured, my guys. So like, okay, what are we gonna do? Rebic. So I'm hoping Rebic goes. That's just a hope. And you know what? I have a feeling Pobega is gonna have a good game. I think Pobega, if he's put there in that cam position where he plays like a hybrid cam central midfielder, he can do some damage. The guy is big, he's tall, he can come in with headers when crosses come in. So I see him. I think that he's gonna have a good game. At least I'm also there. I'm hoping, but I have a good feeling Pobega's gonna play a good game.
All right. And what's your prediction on the final score?
2-0.
2-0. Beautiful.
2-0.
All right. Vincenz, what do you think?
Oh, I thought I froze there for a second.
No, you're good. You're good.
All right. No. So I'll be completely honest. The Napoli-Milan game I didn't get to watch live. I went out. I had some beautiful lunch with some friends I haven't seen in a while. And when I got home, I thought to myself, do I watch the game or do I look at the result and prevent myself from crying? So I looked at the result and then I watched the game.
Oof.
The people,
that would have been a good one. You could have surprised yourself. That would have been beautiful.
I know. And that's the thing that's crazy, though, is the people that scored made me shut up because I bitch about them every week. Salsic and Diaz. Diaz played a game that I've never seen a player play before. He played fantastic, and I have to say it, and
He
I'm
did.
biting my tongue. And then we got Salsic that did some things that I can't even explain. I was watching the replay
He
and I
was
was like,
possessed, bro.
exactly.
Possessed.
Something was inside of that soul that day. So what I'm thinking today is I'd like to see what happened in the Napoli or the Napoli Milan game. I'd like to see Origi shut me up because a lot of people have been talking smack all week for the last month about him, and you can see he scored some beautiful goals. The two, but they're beautiful goals. So he's got it in him. And I'd also like to see Salcic keep that momentum going. Because again, shut me up. Please shut me up and let me enjoy you actually play some decent football and potentially stay on this squad for another season. I don't know if I want that to happen, but if he continues like this, that's a good reserve player to have come off the bench as a 75 minutes. Let's push this game a little bit harder. So that's what I'm liking to see. If we can repeat and get these players that aren't playing well actually scoring and shutting our fans up and saying, okay, bravo, Madonna, let's go. That's what I want to see today. 2-0.
2-0. All right. Everybody seems to be settling on that one. Gio, before I tell what I think is going to happen, what's your opinion? Who's your dark horse? Who do you think is going to be the standout player? And what's your prediction on score? You can kill this.
Well, Fabio, I mean, I think our stand-up. What is that, Fabio?
That's. I told you, man.
That's-
Nobody got respect for me today. Ringing doorbells. Just a softy guy. This is some madness over here.
To me, I think the standout player is gonna be. I'm gonna look at Pobega doing his thing, Calabria getting into shape more, and to me, I don't know, dude. I'm just gonna throw it. It's Good Friday, so anybody who's religious, it's Good Friday. Shout out to y'all, but I think Rebic and Origi, they're not gonna aim at the tribuna. This game, they're gonna put it in the back of the net. So I'm gonna say 2-0, and then our man of the match is gonna be Origi.
Oh, man of the match. You guys have a lot of faith for this Belgian waffle over here. I don't have faith like that. I think it is going to be a tight affair. I think we're going to get a 1-0 victory. And for me, my dark horse is going to be Pobega. The guy hasn't had a lot of chances. I think it's a chance for him to shine. I have no respect and no love and no faith in Origi or Rebic, so that's already making me worrisome. Listen, for me, is Salamaker's gonna have there's fucking noise in my house here. If Salamakis is gonna have another out-of-body experience, I'd rather it be on Wednesday than today against Empoli. Honestly. But this game matters just as much as the next game. There shouldn't be any difference, honestly, because if we don't progress in the Champions League, this top four is dire. Now we saw Inter again slip up a little bit. Before we see what Lazio and Roma are going to do, we got to get the bag. We got to get the 3 points. That's all that matters. But I'm going 1-0. And for me, Pobega is going to be my dark horse, a.k.a. MVP. But I'd like to see Theo have a big day, without Leao there, without, Diaz in the lineup, without Giroud. I'd love to see a screamer from Theo. That would make me happy too, But, all right, let's go around one more time. We still have a little bit more than an hour before game time. I believe it's starting in an hour and 10 minutes. But Andon, any other thoughts, feelings you have about this particular game you want to get off your chest?
Yeah, I think this is the perfect game for Pobega as well to drop down a little bit. Pobega as a cam, I think it's a smart solution, like something very similar like we did last season with Kessie. He's a more defensive-minded player than offensive, but he's also a player that has proven last season that can score goals. So it's a very, 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 very good formation for him, and I think he can be the surprise that can turn the game around this game. And after this, I hope he can rotate more with Krunic for the same position rather than playing Diaz or CDK or anybody else on that position that doesn't have the quality to add muscle to the midfield, which was our biggest problem this season.
Let me ask you a question, Andon. Now that we've seen who's the starting lineup, is there anybody from the bench that you hope gets time and hopefully does something exciting to make us want to see them more often? I know it's, the people on the bench are mainly starters, but there are a couple of people who are not starters, who are not getting time here,
I mean, one obvious answer is CDK. He hasn't done anything this season, so this is the kind of game he should at least try to have some positive
I
impact.
know. I hope we see him at some point in this game, and
I
I
would
hope
love
it's
also, I would love also Adley to get some minutes, but we have
who?
Bakayoko on the bench. Adley, but we have Bakayoko on the bench, so I don't
That's
see that
true. That's
happening.
true. We got to give Bakayoko some time. You're right.
Yeah.
Husney, what about you, man? Is there anybody on the bench that you're hoping to get in the game? Also, how quick do you think we start injecting people into the lineup from our starting 11 if we don't have a result fairly early into the second half?
Well, we don't have anything in the first half. Actually, Pioli should make the subs in the 30th minute, but he's not going to do that.
No.
He enjoys his favorites. So we're probably going to see the subs in the 85th minute when we are either 0-0 or maybe chasing the game. We need to see Adley, guys. Adley is creative. I mean, what does this kid have to do? I mean, I know maybe he's not pleasing Pioli in the way that he likes to be pleased, but
I
we're gonna
mean,
see
I think he could take his pants off fast. That's always like a plus for some people.
Yeah, well, it seems
But-
like Krunic is jealous or something like that. I mean,
Listen, I
don't
won't
know.
sit here and take this Krunic slander, okay? He's the ultimate utility man, and he is not a bad player. He plays hard, and in the most important games last year and this year, my man Krunic is in there. So let's have a little respect for Krunic. That's all I'm saying. But all right, any other final thoughts, Husney, about this game that you want to kind of get out there?
Yeah, so I'm surprised that Chiao is back. I thought Kier, and Kier is a leader in the back line.
I
So
agree.
I really don't get it when Kier, plays what I thought was a good game, and then he's benched again. So
It might be more of a rest before because again, Kier's older, still kind of coming off. It's only been like a year and a half since that big injury that kept him out almost an entire season.
Yeah, but he
So
played the full 90, didn't he, against Napoli? I thought he played the full 90.
he did. So that's why maybe they just set him out this one. I mean, listen, Chow needs the time. You were giving him time when we were switched to a back three. You got to keep giving the kid a chance because I don't know. I think if I was Gabia, I'd be like, I need to get out of here, because they're skipping over me completely. It's another kid. Why do we keep him?
Gabia?
Yeah.
The next
Why not?
Maldini and Nesta and what? That's Gabia?
Gabia, we're keeping him for registration purposes.
Yes, exactly. That's not a good
There's-
reason.
I
That's not a good
understand,
reason.
but unfortunately, this is the nature of the game. In Champions League, you need to have a certain amount of registered players. The other ones you can keep them open, and especially under 21 players that have been playing for your team for over 2 years don't need to be registered. There's a whole bunch of complications with the registration process, and you need to have homegrown players as well. So
Look,
as
better
far as-
late than never, baby. Better late than never. Nico, we're gonna get to you now, Nico, and then we'll get to Omar after. Nico, how are you feeling about this game coming up, brother?
Well, first off, I'd like to say I was using Anton's street link in a chat to access this room, and I was like, "What the hell?"
No, that was just a link
Yeah, I
from-
was a little confused. But going back to Fabio's question, I'm feeling nervous. I'm looking at this lineup today, seeing Pobega in there, and I'm not too confident in our attack today. I know Pobega is more of a defensive player, but I have no faith in him.
All right. Well, that is a very negative thing, but all right. So, what's your prediction on score wise?
Well, I feel we're gonna win, but it's gonna be one of those 1-0 going to late to the 90th minute and hoping we don't concede a goal type of game.
Who would you say is going to be the dark horse if you had to predict somebody?
Let's go with Salamakers. Why not? He's on a tear, right? So give it to him.
All right, Salamakers 1-0. That's how Nico feels. All right, Omar. What's your opinion? Is there anybody on the bench that you think could make a difference? How soon would you make a change if there is nothing going on right now?
I say if you need to make a change, you make it at the 60th minute, and you bring on some of the starters rather than bringing on a bench guy or somebody deeper in the lineup. Because if you want to win the game, you're going to have to put him in. If you want to play some bench players, well, if you're up to 0, 60th minute, then you say, okay, let's rest some guys and throw in Adley, because I believe on Adley, here's the situation on Adley. He's good offensively. He's got all the touches and everything. But in Italy, it's about tactics. When you play in Italy, it's about tactics, knowing your positions, staying in the right places, especially to defensively, to be able to defend. And Pobega, I'm sorry, but Pobega, if it's the guy that we saw playing in Torino last year, Pobega can play. He's a big player. He's good defensively. He knows how to move the ball. He can shoot too.
He can shoot.
He can shoot. He's got a hammer, man. So and he's big. He's a big guy. So try pushing Pobega around is not easy. That's why I like him personally. I think that he's part of our youth academy. He's a Milanista at heart, and he deserves to be on this team.
Dr. Pobega to you.
Huh?
Dr. Pobega.
Exactly. He's Dr. Pobega. No, he's a smart player. He is. He's got all the qualities, and he's young. So he's gonna be. I think he's. Like I said, he's the one that I think is gonna be the big surprise today.
All right.
And for bench players, like I said, I think that if we're down or if we're tied, 60th minute, you make the changes, but you bring on Leao, you bring on some of the starters rather than. The only thing I'm worried about is Origi, man. I can't stand the guy. Whenever I watch him play, he doesn't run after the ball. He looks like he's not motivated. He can't make a stop, man. For God's sake, I can stop better the ball than Origi. It's embarrassing, man. Every time I watch him, it just my blood boils up. I can't stand it.
I completely agree. I understand
The guy
exactly
can't stop
how
the ball.
you feel.
Like he can't stop
I
the
don't
ball.
know. I said, don't talk to me about any
$4 million a year.
free pickups. No, thank you. All right, if they're leaving
Imagine
them on the
balance
street
sheets what
corner,
they're doing.
no. I mean, again, this guy needs to go. If we could flip him for a little money next year, whatever it costs, just get rid of him. This is
$4
this is
million
not
a year. It's a waste
I
of
don't
money.
want no deal like Bakayoko. All right, I don't want even a chance the guy could come back to us. All right, you're stupid, Gio. yeah. I can't with this guy. Gio's spreading lies. This is fake news here. Vince, what's your opinion of? You think anybody off the bench could do something? How soon would you pull the plug on some of these guys if they're not making it happen? Any final thoughts about the game?
For sure. Yeah, I just want to say Omar is completely right on Pobega. Right? He understands the tactical understanding of Serie A, and he's a good player. He just needs more time. We saw what he did in Torino. If we didn't like him, we wouldn't have brought him back. He did what he was supposed to do. He did his job in Torino, and I think he just needs to do his job today. So, yeah, Omar, completely right. For Adley, I have to say it. Does Pioli have any daughters or attractive nieces?
Hey, yo!
I'm at the point now that Adley may have done something personally to actually not be playing anymore. Because we've seen he's got skill. Some of these games that we're playing last place teams, you'd think that he'd actually get at least a first half appearance. But I'm thinking, and I was thinking about it earlier this week, and like there's some personal shit going on between Pioli and Adley, and that's why he's not getting the starts. Because if I'm Maldini and I'm sitting there being like, if we need to make some money off this kid, he needs to play and we need to show his value. That's not happening right now.
I don't know. There was something about what happened last season that we signed him, but we gave him back to Bordeaux. And then at Bordeaux, I wouldn't say he was like a all-star, but they did get relegated. So you give him a chance, you bring him to the team, but you give him literally no chance to play whatsoever. To me, it seems like it would make more sense for a Primavera player who's playing well to come up and take that spot than have Adley just sit there and basically waste away. You know, again, a lot of it either has to be with Maldini and management thought this guy was going to be productive, but Pioli was not advised to these decisions. And Pioli has basically just wasted a season of this kid to sit in the bench when We could have somehow made money for him or loaned him out.
He's
and
a
got
long-term
something.
investment. It's
Yeah.
a longer-term investment.
Oh,
It's
boy.
not something that it's not something for this year. The guy has okay. You're coming from the French league. I'm sorry to say, it's a completely different ambiance. In Italy, you can't afford to lose. You can't afford to be relegated. It's not same as playing in Bordeaux. You know, if you're playing in Bordeaux, it's a completely different like environment. You're especially in France, kids are allowed to make mistakes. In Italy, in AC Milan, you're not allowed to do that. So he doesn't want to expose him defensively. When Adli, he's a more offensive player. He can play. He's a better suited to play cam. But in this moment, he wants to have a balanced midfield. So that way, the cam himself is a central midfielder, which comes back and tucks into the midfield, allows the wings to push up. You understand?
Exactly.
That's why it's a risky situation putting Adli in. Adli is a guy that I can see him coming in the last 15 minutes if we're down or we have a lot of like we're winning 2-0, or maybe you want to have a little spark of creativity. You throw him in, try something desperate, and get it done.
So if that's the case, right? If that's the case, why wasn't he put in the last couple of games like that? The 4-0 game against Napoli, that was a perfect opportunity, right?
Because Bakayoko, bro.
Man.
Come
Bakayoko.
on,
Paying him $4 million.
Bakayoko.
Bakayoko and his bucket hat. Yeah.
Yeah, but look, they just had the salary. From a salary perspective, they need to justify the salary by giving the game time to the players that make a higher earning salary.
Bungie.
Sure.
The way you justify these salaries is drugs. Somebody's on drugs when they drew up these contracts.
To
right,
be
that's
honest,
that's the only way.
Like for sure, like whoever signed Origi for $4 million clearly like had something that was wrong in his head there, because if a guy can't make a stop, you shouldn't be.
I think Rick James was our GM during that time because he was on cocaine, giving out these stupid things. Unbelievable. But
more like LSD.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
just gonna say though, we should be prepared that this first half is going to be boring. I don't think we're going to score any goals in the first half, and what's going to happen is Pioli's going to understand that. In the 60th minute, we're going to bring in our starters, and that's when the magic's going to happen. That's what I'm seeing for this game. That's my prediction.
Yeah, listen, I spoke to a couple of people that were at the Maradona, and they said that during halftime, they saw Salamakis go into a bathroom, and he said something happened to him in that bathroom, and they think this is the rumor that Maradona's spirit was jumping around bathroom to bathroom, and almost like a Ghostbusters things, he possessed him inside. That's why when he came out, he had this look in his eyes. It was Maradona's soul inside Salamakis. Now let's hope
Maradona didn't need to go to the bathroom. He would do it directly in the locker room, no problem, and he would offer it to his.
Listen, but I'm sure we all know what he used to do in the '80s. That they like to do that in the bathroom. So maybe it was just the right place, right time. Salamakis, his soul was possessed. Hopefully, he still has that piece of him in there, and we see an outstanding performance. That's what I want. I hope. Please, I'm happy to come on here to say I was wrong. I'll eat a salad every week. I promise. All right. But you got to prove me wrong. And today, I just hope that these guys, because I've shit the whole year on Origi, on Rebic. I'm done with this Croatian. Send them back and never let them back. All right. I just hope that these players, this is a chance. Prove me wrong. Play well. Show why you deserve to wear the colors, because it's just, to me, I don't want to see a boring first half. I can't take it. All right, it's Good Friday. Gio's touching buttons. All right, and we never can just go through a show and be left alone. But guys, I want to thank you guys all for coming out and being on the Patreon. We all appreciate you guys for obviously being involved in the Patreon, jumping onto these specials. Even if you're working, I know a lot of you guys are working from home. Rock Nation, he's doing an all-nighter to watch this goddamn Milan. Andon, thank you always for joining. Gio, please put your mask back on. Don't let anybody get you in trouble, all right? This is here for Gio's New Jersey. All right, this jersey, we've had to hear about it for goddamn 7 months. I'm happy it finally got to him, all right? But Gio, any other final words before we peace out here?
Nah, man. I mean, hopefully Vincenzo's telling a lie, and it's a Good Friday, and they're sprinkling what's coming up from the heavens and stuff, and we scored 2 or 3 goals. Because if not, I'm gonna fall asleep. To be honest with you guys, I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. Shout out Mark Struper putting in the chat, but I don't know. But let's see what they can cook, Fabio. That's all I'm hoping. It's Good Friday. It was already a bad Friday for Inter, and I need it to be a good Friday for us. And then we chilling. We chilling.
That's right.
And to
That's
me,
right, baby.
this is an important game for us because we go 3 points away from Inter. And then I didn't want Roma to win at the end. If we win, then I want Roma to win. Because that means Inter will be in fifth, and I would love to see that. And I would like to miss out on the top four and them to go bankrupt and then never exist ever again. Because they owe a lot of money, and their contingency is based off Champions League money.
No, I know, but Roma is one of our competitors here, so let's see them drop points in whatever
let's
fashion.
win. If we win, we take care of business. It's fine.
Yes, we need to take care of business, but listen, I don't trust the Juve situation until the season is done and there's no even like hearing about this stupid 15 points. We got to finish at least in third. Happy if we're second. Let's just keep pushing, play well. We got Roma at the end of the month. But guys, we appreciate you being here. And if you want to help the channel, do us a solid, all right? If you haven't already, you got to be subscribed if you're talking in the chat. But if you're not subscribed to the damn channel, hit the notification bell so you're always up to date and smash the goddamn like button. All right, guys, let's get 3 fucking points today. That's all we need, baby. 3 points. Ugly, beautiful game. It doesn't matter. We're going to take your blood pressure medicine because Milan's going to do it. We had the 4 the other day. We just need the 3 today. All right? It's all that matters. Guys.
Fabio.
Yes.
They say Napoli, even though they're up, that they looking trash. So, I mean, we
Lecce just had a good opportunity to tie the game.
Let's get this win. Let's kill Empoli, and then let's go on a high to Wednesday, baby, because we got unfinished margarita pizza to finish off.
Oof.
We're 1 for 3. We're 1 for 3. 2 more games.
We're going to serve them nice hot polenta. That's what we're going to serve them. But pizza margherita. We'll give them the polenta.
Polenta's pretty good. I had it in Milan.
You can make it in many type of ways. So it's like you can even make a pizza out of a polenta. You can flatten it.
Now
out,
you're talking crazy.
No,
now you're talking. What are you gonna tell me? Cauliflower next? Let's keep it civilized. All right, guys.
It's a Milanese pizza. What do you want? We eat polenta in Milan.
I like polenta. I had it when I was there. It was good. It was good. All right, boys. Let's enjoy it. The game is starting in 50 minutes, give or take. So enjoy. Nico, what are you going to be doing for the game? You're going to be watching at home?
At home, yep.
All right, all right. Are you going to be having a cold beverage of any sort?
We'll see. I got some alcohol-free beer in the fridge.
All right, all right. A little old duels or something?
It's IPA, actually, believe it or not.
Oh, all right, all right. And Don, what are you doing for the game?
Nah, just watching at home.
All right. What's your drink of choice? What do you have?
I'm gonna have a beer. I'm gonna
have a beer. Very nice. Very nice. Husney, are you having coffee? What are you having over there? A couple of espresso shots?
I'm gonna need a Red Bull. I can tell you that. And stay awake. It's gonna finish at 5 a.m.
Omar, I know you're working. You're probably pulling a double shift here. Are you having any beverage while you're watching?
I'm gonna watch the game. I'm gonna have a nice Peroni, cold Peroni.
Very nice.
I'll probably go down for a coffee right now. So a nice espresso just to get. No, I don't drink Heineken, please. Not good.
I drink whatever is left in my house, my friend.
You gotta get Peronis, man.
Attaboy.
Cold Peroni, a little bit of medication pre-game, and get ready for hopefully a nice the W.
Yeah, that's all that we need. Vincenzo,
that's all we need. 3 points.
What are you doing over there, Vincenzo? You're gonna be home?
Yeah, I'm taking it easy today. Watching it at home, having a few beers, and every time we score a goal, I'll have a Sambuca shot. So
nice. I hope Vinny's fucked up by the end of the game. Let's go. All right, guys. Enjoy the game. Thank you for joining me. Ovunque e sempre.
Forza Milan.
Forza Milan. See you guys enjoy the game. Peace.